set to make his ring walk. El invicto de Camagüey, Cuba, el justiciero, LENIER Pero. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here tonight to the beautiful Caribe Royale in Orlando, Florida, USA. We are live on DAZN for the featured bout of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Continental Heavyweight Championship. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with BoxLab Promotions. We're sponsored by Bet Online, Caribe Royale, Drip, Events 365, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Puncher's Chance, Riyadh Season, and Everlast. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the Florida Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Timothy Shipman, and the World Boxing Association. The President, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. The Supervisor is Jose Oliver Gomez. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this title contest from ringside. Rodolfo Aguilar, Efrain Lebron, and James O'Connor. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Christopher Young. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set and we are here. This is it. The time has come. I said the time has come. From the 4 corners of the world to the 4 corners of this ring right here in Orlando, Florida, the fight starts now! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the solid black trunks. He scaled 238 pounds even. Professional record, 15 victories, 1 defeat with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBF European Cruiserweight Champion, known as the practitioner of artistic violence, fighting out of Manchester, England, Jordan Troublesome Thompson. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the silver trunks. He scaled 242 1/4 pounds. Professional record, perfect. 12 fights, 12 victories, with 8 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2016 Olympian, ranked number 2 in the world by the WBA, peleando desde Camagüey, Cuba, el invicto, el justiciero, LENIER Pero.
Let's go. Let's get this on.
Red corner, blue corner. All right, gentlemen, listen. Everything up here I'm considered legal. This is fine too. You know what time it is. The WBA Continental Heavyweight title. You need to fight hard, fight clean, touch them up.
Let's go. Get it on.
Will Jordan Thompson's live by the sword, die by the sword mentality pay dividends here in the heavyweight division, or will that man be a Cuban stop sign and advance to 13-0 and possibly a shot at a WBA world title?
Red corner, you ready? Blue corner, you ready? Bell!
Here we go, live from Orlando, Florida. LENIER Pero and Jordan Thompson.
If you didn't know any better, you would be stunned to know which one of these guys fought a cruiserweight his last time out.
It's the guy who's tall and big and mean looking, Jordan Thompson. Boy, he looks like a legit heavyweight, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely took his time, did it the right way. Packed on a lot of good lean tissue. I mean, 240 with abs, not easy to pull off.
And it's the accuracy of Pero that makes him such a dangerous fighter, especially with those power shots. Nearly 50% of his power shots land.
And we know Perro likes to go to the body. And as chiseled as he is, there's a lot of canvas for Perro to be able to paint on Thompson.
Yeah, and Perro's really good at fighting taller fighters. He's got that really slick Cuban head movement, makes you miss, and is very explosive on offense. You just saw that there. Came up just short with the left hand.
Certainly no shame in losing to Jai Opataya. But after that defeat, it's been 2 years since Thompson has stepped back into the ring.
Yeah, made some changes within his team as well. Don Charles in his corner. Don, of course, one of the best trainers over in the UK, has worked with Derek Chisora, more recently Danny Dubois. What I love about Don the most, great motivator. One of the best motivators in between rounds that I've seen in boxing.
Thompson much more measured and patient in this fight than he was against Opataya.
And not for nothing, Opataya is another guy that I'm pretty sure we're going to see at heavyweight soon. A very big cruiserweight.
Stop! Chris, one of the concerns I have for Thompson coming into this fight is that he leaves that chin way up in the air. When he steps back, that chin stays up, and that's going to be a target for Perro.
Right there, we saw that. Exactly what you said, Mannix, was a great point. And Perro's really good at anticipating throwing punches to where you're going, not to where you are. And if that chin's up in the air, it's going to be a big target for Perro. Beautiful right hook over the top.
Perro with a wealth of amateur experience. Thompson, none whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. He said he had a few unlicensed fights, some bare knuckle fights, and then just decided to roll the dice and turn pro. You mentioned earlier you didn't have any amateur boxing fights, but of course a world champion kickboxer, so you've been in the ring a pretty good bit.
Yeah, I had 20 professional fights before I had my first boxing match, but yeah, no amateur background to speak of.
So a bit of a feel-out opening round here so far.
10 seconds, gentlemen.
Which you can certainly understand from Jordan Thompson's perspective.
You know, I've been thinking about the show. For the next 30 days, everyone in the country is trying to murder me.
Welcome to the Running Man.
Survive, and you will walk away with $1 billion new.
You know, I've been thinking...
All right, the same way he's doing it. Be cautious, you know, jab and move, because remember, heavyweight division, everything can change, you know, and he has been knocked out before, so he's suspect of his chin. So I think he's playing it smart. Just use his jab more. You know, he got to be more active. That's all.
What about you, man? We haven't seen you since last August. You're fighting Michael Hunter. You're fighting Fabio Wardley. You're sitting next to Eddie Hearn here. What are we going to see you next?
Man, listen, man, all I know is this. I love Eddie. If I can't sell a fight, he can sell a fight. So let's see how we can put something together and make something happen. The guys keep pulling out, man. So I'm at this point, man, I'm ready to go pack bags at the local grocery store and figure stuff out, because guys is running hiding from me, man. But, you know, that's boxing, though. The main thing right now, I feel like, for me, is just staying in shape and just being ready for anything, you know, and staying active. You know, it don't got to be the best and the biggest fighter right now. I just want to punch somebody in the face. You know, and Eddie can always find somebody for that. So let's see, man. Let's put it together, man.
Appreciate it, Drill.
Thank you, guys.
Chris Mannix with a big baby there, and Chris has a little baby coming in December. Don't know if I let the cat out of the bag there. Oh, whoa! Bit of an awkward step there for Thompson.
Perro's doing a really good job of targeting the torso of Thompson thus far, putting that stab jab down low, right hooks, left hooks. There we saw another right hook attempt. Very, very smart when you're fighting a guy with that kind of height and reach advantage. Finding it very easy to get underneath the jabs of Thompson to get to that body.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me that Thompson is almost purposely not trying to throw that right hand, not trying to get into a slugfest, but maybe he should right now.
He needs to. He needs to get some respect. He's got to show that he's got power at heavyweight. You know, I was worried about Thompson going out there and being tentative and trying to box and not letting Perro know that he's dangerous as well.
Yeah. Trying to get some respect there. He's got to be careful of those counter shots from the slick Cuban. There's a one right there.
And that's what I talked about, that slick defense of the upper body and that explosive offense counter.
And Thompson's team believe he has game-changing power at any stage of this fight. One of the fights they made a reference to was the Luis Ortiz-Deontay Wilder fight, the second fight between those two guys, where Ortiz was winning the entirety of that fight. Deontay Wilder landed one titanic right hand that ended. They believe Jordan Thompson, even at heavyweight, has that ability.
I mean, that punch wasn't that low, Chris Algieri. It seemed like just a little south of the belt line, but
could be a little exaggeration from Thompson. He has eaten a lot of body shots in this round and a half. So it could be accumulation of those body shots as well, trying to get a little breather.
Perro's such a good body puncher. That punch to Victor Faust, one of the strangest knockouts I've seen, where it looked like he broke the ribs of Faust, and Faust was almost stunned at what happened in real time.
Yeah, he didn't even go down, Chris. He just turned his back and walked over the ropes and put his arms up.
And when you break bones in a boxing ring, it's so unexpected, and it's such a strange feeling. You see guys do weird things when that happens. Head movement so slick. Makes you just miss by centimeters. Good body shot on the inside there. Belt line. That caused a break in the action momentarily.
You know, I like the advice from Don Charles in between rounds. So far, it looks like Perro had the advantage when this is more of a clinical boxing match. Don Charles wants to see more aggressiveness, have Thompson step on the gas a little more as we get to the third round.
Yeah, Chris, when you mentioned the Faust fight, I'm like, well, Faust had an extensive amateur background. Much different fighter than Thompson.
Boy, Perro just kind of working Thompson around the ring. Oh, body shots. Thompson threw one of his own there.
That was a good body shot, right to the liver of the Cuban. Took it well, but let's see if he's thinking about that shot. Apparently not.
Get downstairs for Perro.
That's legal.
Jordan Thompson, both of his parents world karate champions, so he comes from a fighting family.
Stop! No punch, no punch.
Great job by the ref there, making it clear that the body shot was legal.
Yeah, I think he gave Thompson the benefit of the doubt of that first one. Second one, not so much.
You know, the belt line is kind of a mystical line. It's like the equator, right? Some judges say it's a little higher than the rest. It's not where your shorts actually are. It's where the referee says they are.
A lot of refs go by the navel, which I think is a good anatomical signature for where that is, but hard to see sometimes. You can't see the guy's navel when he's got the belt line, so it's an imaginary line. Perro's body work, man, so extensive.
Whoa, stop.
Both hands to the body all night long.
All right, keep it clean, gentlemen.
Jordan Thompson said in some of his prior fights, including the one against Opataya, he just felt so drained in there having to cut weight that it felt like it sapped his power. He said, I'm at full gear right now. You'll see my power on display. But we really haven't seen a real heavy power shot from Thompson. He did land that one good body shot, but nothing upstairs yet.
You know what also sap your power? Body shots from a really big Cuban.
They wanted more aggression out of Thompson. Not sure we're seeing that. That was a low blow. Right on the ear, overhand right from Perro. Thompson smiles it off.
Ooh, good right hand from Thompson.
He's got to try to find a way, Chris, to keep this at this range. When he's at this range, he's effective. Not every shot is landing, but he's got to find a way to get some separation for that straight right hand.
You know how he does that? Throw punches. He's allowing Perro to walk him down because he's just not active enough. He needs to fire here. He needs to know his range.
Yeah, I think those body shots are really doing the job on Thompson. Oh, a couple sweeping left hooks for Perro.